Hey Topazlings, I know this is really different from what I normally post, but school has been absolutely kicking my ass lately, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to make a video where I talk a little more about myself and my experiences. And yes, I know it's been a while, but with school finally wrapping up, expect some bangers to drop soon. Anyways, since I just graduated, this intro is being filmed right after my graduation ceremony. I wanted to talk about my experience with high school, give some advice, where I'm at now, and why I'm so excited to move on. So, I kind of have a sore throat right now, so I have tea next to me, but if my voice is like extra annoying today, that is why. So I want to start off to like kind of a get to know me thing where I talk about my high school experience. I'm feeling a little sentimental because I graduate this week, and so you get to hear me talk about that. This is the Get to Know Exit Topaz video. It's gonna be different than what you're used to from my channel, but I know you guys are starving for content, okay? I'm putting something out. Okay, so I think I should probably start with like my grade 9 days. It was just normal, I'd say. Like in grade 9, like you're moving to a new school. Nobody is mean to each other, but everyone's kind of starting to like, I don't know, section off. You're not together all the time. It's not everyone is friends with everyone. It's the cliques start coming and people start, I don't know, having more serious drama, I'd say. I always thought that stuff was a little silly. The constant drama, and so did my friends. I wouldn't say I was disliked. Everyone knew each other because we're a small town, but you kind of have the popular kids and the quote weird kids. I was neither. I can confidently say I was neither. I was in between. I was one of the more academic kids, and I was a-okay with that. You know, I was a little nerdy, had nerdier interests like video games, anime, like things weren't that serious with this school, but everyone liked me. I was like the funny kid, funny, chubby kid. You know, I have no problems with grade 9, but I will say I really started to grow close with these two girls because they were like, we were always in the same friend group, but they were in my same homeroom, so we pretty much had all of our classes together, and so we'd hang out a lot. The one girl, she wasn't in the same homeroom as her twin, but they were like, the twin was still in the same group as us, so the four of us would hang out together like all the time. We were each other's exclusive friends. We only hung out with each other, and that was really nice. Like, I felt I had these like-minded people. We were super close. It was great. But over time, as the years passed, I noticed like two of the girls really started to grow closer. And because of that, like when you're hanging out with someone, you have to invite the twin too. Like, that's just rude if you don't. So I felt individually, I was like, are they purposely excluding me from these things? Like, what's happening? So over time, I kind of saw those two, I don't know, grow closer. And that was hard for me because I was friends with both of them individually before they were friends with each other. So I kind of took it like personally, like, hey, I'm the reason you guys are friends. What the heck? Why are you getting so buddy-buddy with each other? Like, that's not exactly how I felt, but it did hurt seeing that gradually happen over time. And so fast forward, like the next 2 years, grade 10, grade 11, I'm so grateful for the group that I have. Like, we're the bestest of friends. We hang out with each other every weekend, occasionally days after school. Like, everyone is friends, we're happy. And that's how, kind of end of grade 11, that's exactly how I felt. Like, senior year is going to be awesome. I have these really close friends that I'm spending it with. It's going to be great. And so over that summer, I went to our lake. Like, there's a lake that I work at over summer. And so that's where I went to kind of, I don't know, make some money for the school year. And my friends stayed in the town that we're at. And that's fine. Like, that's how it's been for the last couple of years. I worked at the same place. But my friends got jobs over the summer. And, like, obviously, good for them. They're making money. They're making something of themselves. That's fine. Where I was, like, kind of, I don't know, the problem came for me was that they purposely got jobs at the same place together and came together and were like, let's purposely keep it from her. And so that shit fucking hurt. Like, I was so heartbroken that they purposely kept this from me. And they told me that, like, we purposely kept this from you. And there is a reason. I don't know if it's proportional to what was happening, but they were like, yeah, you made unemployment jokes when it was popular. Like, it was that meme. And they didn't voice their opinion that it made them uncomfortable or whatever. They just got jobs at the same place together and didn't fucking tell me. So yeah, I was in shambles. And I talked to one of them over the summer about that, like, voiced my opinion. Did you seriously not think about how this would affect me? Like, that you purposely came together and kept this from me? And she's like, yeah, we were just, pretty much just being like, you deserved it. And so, yeah, start of school, I'm still kind of going through it over that, like, still not over it. And long story short, we had this big blow up argument. And, like, that wasn't the only reason. I really felt like we were drifting apart. I kind of got dragged to this one party, and that has never been the kind of person that I am. So me being, like, feeling like, oh, I'm forced to stay here, I was like, it's just that we're maturing, and we've been friends for 13 years. It only makes sense that we mature into... I'm so sorry. No, get off. It only makes sense that we mature into different people and grow apart over that time. But it still fucking hurt because, like, by senior year of high school, everyone's cliques are already established. Like, you don't stray, you don't make new friends in a small town come senior year. And that was hard for me to accept. So after school, not after school, but during school, every day, I felt totally and completely alone. I had some friends that graduated the year before, but, like, group projects, everything like that, I was like, what the hell? Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Every group project that we had in school, I asked my teacher purposely, like, hey, is there any way I can do this alone? Because I was just going through it. And, like, I wouldn't say I miss their friendship. I miss having friends, but every day, seeing them walk to each other's cars for lunch and stuff like that, it hurt me a little bit. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with growing apart from your friends. But I hated how lonely I felt. I thought that there was something wrong with me because I wasn't changing in the same direction as they were. And even hearing about parties that they went to on the weekend and stuff like that, like, it hurt, even though I would have had no desire to go. And it's just a complicated situation. Anyway, that's where I kind of get cheesy. Up until a few months ago, I was really, really lonely, and it got to a point where it's like, okay, I need a hobby other than working and school and doom scrolling. That was, yeah. So I needed a hobby, and I started making YouTube videos, and, you know, I had a great time. And then someone commented on one of my videos, hey, are you gonna make a Discord server? And like at that point, I had never used Discord. So I was like, I can try. And I made a poll and everyone voted, or not everyone, but like overwhelmingly people were like, yeah, you should do this. And so I made the server, and I don't know, I've just had the best time connecting with like-minded people. I'm just like, I'm so happy that I made that decision, because it kind of made me realize, like, people are out there for you. And so that's a lesson. Like, if you feel out of place in your school or anything like that, there are people out there for you. You just have to, like, they will find you. You just have to tough it out. And I know that's hard to hear, like, but yeah, that's my solution. Tough it out. You got this. Keep pushing. Yeah, I'm so glad to have everyone here. Yeah. Anyway, regarding graduation, I am so excited to get the fuck out of high school. Hell yeah. This is an unscripted video of me just talking, so I don't know how this is gonna go. The story's kind of hard to, like, because it happened over such a long period of time. I'm moving across the country. I'll probably never have to see any of these people again. And that is really nice to hear. Amen. Anyways, TLDR, when you're in high school, it feels like your entire world is the people sitting around you in class. But in a month, most of us will go our separate ways. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that changing who you are to fit in with people you're only going to know for a few years isn't worth it. The people who appreciate the real you are out there. Sometimes you just haven't met them yet. And I know that's so fucking cheesy. I'm a cornball. What can I say? Anyway, I'm gonna go answer some questions. Prepare yourself.